Second take, feeling lucky. So today I'm going to talk about flow state, peak performance. It's that sweet spot between novelty, the unknown and the known, and kind of knowing what you're doing but not knowing what you're doing, not knowing what the next step is going to be, kind of that peak balance between enough stress but not too much stress that it's draining. So as an artist, I chase the flow state. Probably one of the best feelings in the world, where you're not worried about the past, you're not worried about the future. Minutes turn into hours, and hours turn into minutes. Your sense of time vanishes because time is a function of the ego. So when you're in flow, you lose your sense of self to the task that you're engaged in. It's great. I love flow, especially when I'm doing art, at work. That peak performance. It's that state of having full commitment, but zero expectations. It's getting into the moment, and that sense of detachment, of being able to say either way, good or bad, I will be okay if this goes badly or not. It's really wonderful. So things that help me get into flow are music, listening to YouTube, exercising helps with the mind-body relationship. Kind of not being attached to the results of the work in that very stoic sense. I love the flow state. It's honestly the best. I wish I could be in flow state all day. The only thing that can stop me, what I've watched a video about it, is that turbulence. So I don't know if I'm going to explain this right, but it's got to do with thermodynamics and the flow of water. You get laminar flow, which is smooth, and you get turbulent flow, which is chaotic. If you can get turbulent flow, from what I understand, is when you start to react negatively to things that happen, like reacting negatively to something and letting it create ripples of flow, of energy. Because all of life is essentially energy maintenance. So what helps reduce turbulent flow is spending less time on social media. Because there's a lot of rage bait, and there's just a lot of things on social media that are designed to bring out the worst in people. It's to get that reaction out of you. So if you eliminate things like negative news cycles that create a negative imprint on your mind, if that makes sense. So yeah, just eliminate things from your life that cause turbulent flow, and that might mean cutting people out because they just don't bring good energy into the interaction, and they're just draining. So yeah, at the moment, the way I judge interactions with other people, it's either positive, neutral, or negative, and it helps me reflect on that conversation. But I digress. That state of flow, being in the present moment, it's very much life-changing. So what I'm trying to do is, I barely use social media during the week. Weekends are a bit tricky because then I have a lot more free time. But yeah, as I say, you need to eliminate distractions and eliminate people from your life that bring you down and that know an old version of you, not who you are currently and not who you're becoming. Can get very lonely when you decide to focus on yourself and people that actually matter and bring value into your life, because every interaction has a price, essentially, in terms of interacting with people. It can either be a good interaction where you leave, like where you get your social capital is what I'm talking about, and a bad relationship can be a drain on your social capital in the sense that it's wasting your time, your energy, and your emotional bandwidth on something that isn't going to go anywhere. So the flow state, that's the peak of human evolution. It's amazing. I love flow. If I could be in flow state all day, that'd be amazing. It's very difficult because by chasing flow, you push it away. You push it away, but you kind of just fall into a flow state. It's amazing. I love flow, as I've said before. It's very exhilarating. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.